Figure it out. Figure it out. You need to figure it out.
Figure it out, man.
Figure it out.
Figure it out.
Figure it out. All right? Figure it out. Just figure it out.
For the love of God, figure it out.
And welcome to the FIO podcast. I am your host, as always, Mason Kleist. If you don't know by now, you need to figure it out. I'm here by the GOAT, the legend, the myth, the man himself, the OG, roommate, teammate, brother, Robbie Straub.
Hey,
How we
Tom
doing?
Brady's here.
How we doing, Robbie?
I'm doing good, man. Just got finished with some homework for the old civil life. Now I'm out here ready to do a one final podcast to end it. We started it and we finished it for this year, so I'm hyped about that, bro.
At least for the football season, yeah. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with my life after the Super Bowl's over. I don't know what the hell I'm going to talk about on here, but I'm sure I'll have to figure it out somehow.
You always do.
But yeah. So what have you been doing lately?
Man, just working, bartending it up, mixing some drinks, going to school, getting up at like 6 every morning, driving to Lexington, dude, living the life, going down to the Berg a few times a week or a few times a month, you know.
Yeah, got to.
Not really anything, dude. Just trying to save some money.
How's being a bartender? How's the bartender life treating you?
The bartender life is good and bad at some points because sometimes, like 2 weekends ago, I made like $300 in one night, and then last weekend I only made like 70. So like, it's just a hit and miss, man. It's just a hit and miss sometimes, and it sucks because you like, oh man, I had a $300 night last weekend, man. I'd like to have that again this weekend, and then you come in and make $70, and you're like, dang, I'm about to struggle for this week.
Yeah, I feel like that'd be the one bad thing about bartending. I mean, I guess it depends on the bar too. Like if it's like a super popular bar, then obviously it's not gonna be that big of a deal. Like you might walk away with a minimum of like $150 a night and be like, that's fine by me. But like, yeah, other bars that aren't as popular, it's gonna be like hit or miss, like you said.
Yeah, it's definitely a hit or miss, especially like during the week, bro.
Yeah, weekends are gonna be your thing.
Tragic.
What's the most you've walked away with in a night?
Last weekend, dude, I walked away with like $315. I was hyped for only like 7 hours of work, dude.
Yeah,
it's a good little payday, but you know, I put it in the bank. I've been saving some like cash dollars in my liquor bottles over here, so I got 3 liquor bottles filled up right now, dollar bills, $5, $10, $20.
So is that?
Is
the $315 just your tips, or is that salary too?
No, that was just my tips.
Yeah,
and the waitresses tip me out too because I make all of their drinks and stuff. So like, they have to give me a part of their tip because most people come in there to drink. You know what I mean? And if they get their drinks fast from the waitress, that means I did my job. You know how it goes.
Yeah, and you're only serving the people that actually sit at the bar.
Yeah, I only have 8 seats at the bar, so I have to make other money somehow, or I wouldn't walk away with anything, hardly.
Yeah, that makes sense. So the waitresses never have to make their own drinks?
No, they don't know how.
Are you feeling pretty confident with your skills? Are you learning any like cool little tricks?
Dude, I know anything and everything about a drink, man.
Stop.
I know how to make it.
No, yeah, I'm confident you know how to make a drink, but can you do all that cool stuff that some bartenders do? You know, when they put all the drinks all in a row and you can like pour it all without spilling?
Oh, hell yeah, dude. What do you mean? I put like when I pour like mixed shots or whatever, I put like because people will come up and order like 6 at a time. You know what I mean? So I'll just put 6 servings in a shaker, shake it up, and just pour them all right there and just hand them to them. They're like, oh, dang, you know what you're doing? I'm like, yeah.
Have you ever seen those videos of like dudes that'll have all the shot glasses stacked, obviously, and he'll pick them up and then pour it from there. And I always think that's crazy, like how they do that. Or if they like shoosh the beer bottle down the bar and it perfectly hits somebody in the hand.
Yeah,
those are cool.
I can't do any of that stuff. our bar's kind of sticky, so I can't do that. And then the shot glass thing, man, our glasses are fragile, man. So our shit would break if I messed up, and I probably would mess up.
But it's more of an older bar, would you say? Not really younger.
Oh yeah, old people come in there. I don't have to ID anybody.
What's crazy, since I moved to El Paso, I've only been ID'd maybe twice. Every time I've either gotten, like, even going to a liquor store, bro, like where you think they're gonna ID everybody. I haven't been ID'd at a liquor store, which is crazy.
Dude, it's weird. The last time I got ID'd was like, I don't even know, maybe like going into a bar in Lexington, but
yeah.
I've been to a few liquor stores and I like never get ID'd anymore. But around here though, people know me and like they know that I'm 21, so you know what I mean. They don't.
Yeah, especially small town.
Like you're in El Paso, like you don't know anybody. You're just rolling in.
I know, and
but
maybe
I
because
did go to Northern Kentucky this past week, the weekend before last, and okay. I walked into a random liquor store up there, and I guess maybe he didn't ID me because I was like talking about like the different kind of bourbons and beers and stuff, and this guy was probably just like, oh, okay, he's like, you know,
he knows his
he's
shit.
Not just a kid like scared to death to talk. So I just walked up. I got a 6-pack of Stella Artois. I was like, man, y'all got a lot of stuff in here. I like that bourbon selection. I wish I had more money. And he was just like, yeah, I know. You got a lot of stuff in here. And I was like, all right. And then I started like pulling out my ID. He's like, I don't need that. I was like, oh, hell yeah.
Shit, I did my research. That's why. I know what I'm doing. Have you ever had a Sam Adams?
Which kind? There's all kinds.
I have one in my hand right now that I got as a gift, because I guess that's what adults do nowadays. We just gift each other beers that we want them to try, which is pretty cool.
Yep.
This is Winter Lager Festive.
The green label?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's awful.
It's bad? Oh, no.
Yeah, I don't like them.
All right, I'm going to give it a try here and see how I like it. As soon as I can get the cap off. Is it a twist off, or do I have to use a bottle opener?
No, it's a bottle opener.
No way.
Yeah.
I don't have a bottle opener. This is
the edge of your desk is looking nice.
Do you think I should do it here on air?
Yeah, on air. I mean,
ooh, that was clean too, bro. Oh, that was clean. This better taste good.
It's not going to.
Oh. Yep. It's pretty bad.
You gotta choke it down, though, man.
I'm gonna drink it, though. You know, I gotta drink while I'm on the pod.
Somebody bought me one at my bar when I wasn't working, and I like drank it, and I was like, "Oh my god, this is awful." But I drank it anyways because it was free. Somebody got it for me, so.
I'm sure the old ladies love you there, huh?
Oh my god, dude, it's ridiculous. I've been offered some crazy stuff, brother.
You're like, I don't know if I should say it.
I'm not gonna say it on here. Anybody that knows me or know what I'm talking about, they know.
Yeah.
Because it's been bad, bro. It was bad.
I mean, do you remember that time when me, you, and Joe were at Sizzlin'?
Yeah, LP?
Oh, yeah, it wasn't Sizzlin' at the time. And those old ladies were, like, all over y'all.
I know, it was so weird.
Was it just me, you, and Joe? I can't remember if there was somebody else.
And Ina Coney.
Oh, my God, yeah, fuck that guy. Good Lord. Yeah, if you're listening, Joey, figure it out. But other than the bar and how's classes going, you finishing strong? Or I guess you just started back up, right?
Yeah, man, I made the Dean's List last semester. I had a 3.7.
Shit. For Kentucky, yeah?
Yeah, I'm feeling myself too much, actually. But the semester's going to be a little harder, man. I'm getting into the nitty-gritty of stuff, but yeah. I don't think it's going to be too hard because, I mean, now I'm solely looking at, like, civil classes, you know what I mean? I'm not... Last semester I had a few, like, still kind of weeding out classes. Like, I had a few classes where I had to take that was required at UK, so I had nothing transferred from Cumberland's. But now I'm, like, into just civil stuff where, you know, I have a fluid mechanics class, which is just fluids, like, just fluids only. So, and then one I have a solids class, like, the formal solids class, so this is just solids. I don't know. And then I have a materials class, and it's just like concrete, steel, like stuff like that. You know what I mean? So you're more centralized now.
No, I don't know what you mean.
Specifics. I'm just looking at specifics now. It's
Yeah.
not like a broad range.
It's more concentrated now.
You have a 20-chapter book, and you only get to go over 8 chapters of you know what I mean?
Yeah, so
I'm sure that like cell bio and pop bio and stuff like that. Those huge ass books, and like we don't even go through half of it. Remember? Like,
yeah, now it's more like smaller books, more concentrated.
Yeah. Yep.
That makes sense.
Exactly.
So
instead, you take 4 chapters out of that bio book, and that make a whole class.
And
out
that's
of that,
your whole
you
thing.
Know what I mean?
have you? I think it was you that shared it on Facebook or Twitter or something like that. Something with physics. It had to have been you. It was like, or engineers be like, and it was like a toilet with pedals on it.
Oh, I seen that with the. It wasn't me. I don't know who shared it. I saw it too. Maybe it was like my dad or something. Where we both saw it.
I didn't even like really understand it. I was like, only Robbie would understand what's going on here. Why is there pedals on this toilet?
You pedal on the bottom, right? You pedal it, and the toilet paper like goes in between your legs and wipes your ass or something.
Oh my god.
But I seen that. I was looking at it there for like 10 minutes. Like, dude, what in the hell is that? Like, why is it? And it was a drawing too. So somebody like actually really thought that was gonna work.
Yeah, because like, I feel like that would be weird, wouldn't it? It would probably break. The toilet paper would break.
Yeah, it would have to.
It would get caught in your butt cheeks.
Yeah.
And the dingleberries. I would do it though. If someone said do it, I'd do it. If it was free, you know?
Oh yeah.
Have you ever done a bidet?
No, but I really want to. I heard Hernandez said they had them like at the top, like their hotel had it in China, and he was like, "Dude, that shit is crazy."
Yeah, one of my ex-girlfriend's parents had one, and I didn't know what it was, and so I went in there like normal, like took a dump, and then there was no toilet paper, which was weird, but there was like a button, and I said, I don't know what the hell this button is, so I pressed it because I'm curious, and it just shoots up my butthole, and I was like, whoa! I screamed, bro. And they were like, did you find out what the bidet was? So embarrassing too. It's like, I'm not trying to shit in front of my girlfriend's parents, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Probably felt good though, dude.
It did, low key.
Your butt probably was like clean as hell after that. Like,
I came back, yeah. Every time I came over, I was like, I'm gonna use the bathroom. I'll be right back for a little bit. Oh shit, man. So how many classes are you gonna take this semester then?
I have 18 hours.
Shit,
so.
it's a full ass semester right there.
Yeah.
Are they all in class and seat?
Yep.
Shit.
We're just trying to. I'm trying to get it done in 2 years, dude. It's what I got to do. So
this is your second semester.
Do it, I'm gonna do it.
Yeah, I mean, why not? And you're gonna do the bartending thing the whole time, you think?
Well, this summer I just actually signed a paper for a contracting company in North Carolina, and then I'm gonna intern there. And they're gonna pay for my housing and stuff.
Damn, you're gonna spend the summer in North Carolina?
Yes, sir.
Dude, summers there are gorgeous, bro.
I'm hyped, man.
Gorgeous.
Raleigh, right downtown Raleigh, North Carolina, dude.
How close is that to Finch's family, bro, in Mint Hill? Should look it up.
I don't know. That's a good question. Raleigh's not far from Charlotte, I don't think. But I don't know.
I mean, I can't remember how far Mint Hill was from Charlotte. I want to say it was only like 30 minutes. 30 or 45 minutes. But yeah, dude, you should hit them up because they'll for sure be like, yo, come over and eat some dinner and shit. I'm sure they'll feed you up good.
Yeah, they'd be sick.
I think Sarah's living with them.
I didn't even think about that, honestly.
Yeah, that would have been the first thing I thought of. I was like, shit, there's that. That's cool. So what is that, 3 months then? So what is that, the whole summer then?
Yeah, from like May 17th to August 7th is when I'm going.
So it's official. You already signed it. You're ready to go?
I signed it today, man.
Who's taking care of Hurley? Your parents, or are you taking them with you?
I'm taking him with me. I told my boss. I told him, I was like, look. He said, what would make you not want to come? I said, I have a dog, and he goes with me everywhere I go.
Oh.
He said, "Oh, that's no problem. You can bring him."
Oh.
And I said, all right. And I was like, I also have a girlfriend that's gonna want to come and visit. And he said, she can come down here and stay with you all summer. I don't care. I was like, shit, dude, you must really want me.
Yeah, that shows. So what are you going to be doing then? Is it going to be bitch work, or is it going to be fun?
No, I'm going to be doing like intern stuff. I'm intern as a project man or project engineer. So I mean, some stuff I might actually like get up at 5:30 and go pour concrete. Like it just depends if they need help. But like it's just experience, man. I'm getting paid $15 an hour.
That's good for an internship. 40 hours a week?
Yeah, 40 hours a week guaranteed.
Weekends off, maybe?
Yeah, weekends are off.
Dude, you better, yeah, I'll just get mad if you're fucking out there and you have all these expectations and they're like, yo, go get me coffee. You'll be like,
well, the good thing is, though, is like, so even in this contract that I signed today, it says, like, you know, it says, the offer can be terminated, like, the offer can be terminated at any time by the employer or the employee. So, like, if I don't like it, I can, like, walk away.
Peace out.
So I'm not stuck there, period. Like, you know what I mean? I'm not stuck there for 3 months. Like, if I don't like it and I feel like I am doing bitch work, then I'll just tell them and then just leave.
Well, give it some time. Don't just quit after, like, the first couple weeks, you know? Give it...
No. I know. But, I mean, they know my background and they know my like, you know, experience with, because they're doing commercial construction too. So I mean, I worked 2 summers in commercial construction, like on the job. So I mean, they know I did that. So I think that's one of the main reasons why he wanted me to come.
I mean, you should, even if it does suck, honestly, like my biggest thing, if I know something's temporary, I can deal with almost anything. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know. I can deal with it. I mean, I would just,
because it'll still look good on your resume.
That, like, I can still leave at any time if I need to.
It's nice to know that, because
it'll like hugely committed.
It'll look good on your resume regardless. Even if you were doing bitch work, you don't have to say you're doing bitch work. Like the title itself,
for sure,
sounds good.
But they're like really into like, this guy's really into like, hey man, if you come this summer. And when you graduate next summer, we plan to offer you a job as soon as you graduate, kind of thing. Like,
that's the great thing about internships.
Yeah,
that's what's awesome.
That's what they want. And I was like, man, my eyes are open, you know, working there and stuff. I was like, but a better opportunity comes along. You can't, like,
especially if you want to stay in Kentucky.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, especially if you want to stay in Kentucky, huh?
No, I don't want to stay in Kentucky, but...
I thought you said you wanted to, so you'd be close to your family.
I might want to stay in Kentucky for a few years to, you know, for Cora and stuff, to wait till she gets out of school or something like that. Or wait till Emily gets out of school,
How many what?
You didn't hear me?
Something about Emily?
I said until Emily gets out of school.
She's got to get into nursing school first. She's got like...
how's she doing, bro?
She's doing good. She's in 18 hours right now too, bro. She's just been stressing about all her classes and stuff. I did not miss that one bit. Like when she wasn't in school, it was like the greatest because we just didn't talk about any school. And then she's like, "All right, I start class tomorrow." I'm like, "My life's over," because all she does is just bitch about it.
Y'all looked like y'all had fun out there in El Paso.
Yeah, right? Dude, we had a blast. We went hiking like every day. Like I got 4 days off, I think, in a row, which was nice, 4 or 5 days. And yeah, we spent New Year's together. Went out to this cool bar called the Rowdy Beaver. They gave us like free champagne. It was sick. Got to see all kinds of cool stuff. We went on one hike, and I asked the lady what wildlife we would see. And she's like, oh, you know, deer, maybe coyotes, maybe this, maybe that. And then she goes, oh, and maybe oryx. And I said, hold the fuck up. Oryx? If you don't know what an oryx is, it's a fucking African antelope. They're huge. They're like 400 pounds. And I'm like, what do you mean oryx? You don't just skip over that. And she's like, yeah, they were...
That'd be the first thing I would say.
She goes, they were introduced here in the 80s for hunting, but then they have no natural predators, so we don't kill enough of them, so they're just everywhere.
Oh my god.
Yeah, and they're massive. And she's like, yeah, they fuck cars up all the time, and They're really aggressive. I'm like, well, now I hope I don't see one. And I'm actually pissed we didn't see one. But, because we were more in, like, the public side of stuff, so I'm sure they know where to avoid and whatnot. But I just thought it was super cool. But I'm proud of you about your internship, though, dude. That's sick.
Yeah, thanks, bro. I mean, I'm probably still going to go to this career fair we have on February 11th.
Yeah, explore all options.
Still searching stuff and keep my options open. But
can I come visit you?
But right now, I'm signed. Dude, for sure. I want to come visit you right now.
In El Paso? Dude, El Paso's fun, man. Don't knock it till you try.
I might come spring break, dude.
I'll be in Florida March 10th through the 19th. Which is pretty much all of spring break, I think.
My spring break is the 16th through the 21st.
That's not bad. I mean, I guess you can come for like 2 days. Or if you want to go down to Florida and chill with me and Em and freaking Rob and Dom and all them, go right ahead.
Bro, I could go down to Florida right on the 16th.
You could? And then,
That'd be lit.
I'm only there till the 19th, so would you drive or fly?
Me and Emily could drive down. Oh, no, she'd go earlier, though, wouldn't she?
She's flying on the 13th in with her mom.
Oh, shit. Her mom going, too?
Yeah, because they have a house there, so she's going to hang out there with her parents, I think, are meeting her down there. Her grandma and grandpa, whatever. But we're going to Christy Matthias' wedding on the 14th.
Is it in Florida?
Yeah, it's in Jensen Beach, which is near like where Jody lives and stuff. Jody and Christy. So I'm flying in the 10th because I wasn't cheapest.
Invited to that, so
I'm surprised. Yeah, Dexter's going. Were you not boys with Matthias?
Yeah, I was pretty cool with Matthias, but I mean, I didn't talk to him after the fact. Dex did.
Yeah, Dex and him are always
when he came back, like I would say what's up and stuff, but.
I mean,
when he was here, yeah, I was cool.
I don't know who I'm gonna chill with. I think Corey's going. Dex told me. So I guess Dex.
No way.
Are you sure? Because that's what Dex said.
The 14th is not their spring break.
What? Oh, for the
the 14th is a Saturday. Yeah, their spring break's the 9th through the 13th.
I just don't know if Corey will do that. Will want to go through all that. You know what I mean?
I don't see Corey going. He hasn't said anything to me.
Yeah, you'd think he'd ask. Well, I don't know who I'm going to hang out with. Yeah, Dex is. I can hang out with Dex. I mean, I like Bart and Worley, but we weren't really boys. I know they're going to be there. But,
were you invited, or was Emily invited?
Oh, Em was. Yeah, I'm the plus one for sure.
Oh, okay.
Christy invited her.
I don't know.
No, yeah, Christy and I we were okay, but we weren't like best friends, and I had no idea who Matthias was until he would come and visit here and there.
Yeah.
I was like, that's the CrossFit guy. He likes CrossFit. But it should be a good time. Bart. Oh yeah, my God, Bart's a huge CrossFit guy now. But I can never do that. It just hurts my back looking at that. You know what I started doing though is full body workouts. I'm doing that now. And it's.
So did you end the program that we were doing, or no?
The one I sent you?
Yeah.
I ended that when I got to Texas for my internship. I stopped doing that because I hurt my back, and then I said I'm retiring from deadlift, and that was like half the workout was deadlifting. So I stopped doing that, and now I'm on a full body split. So, and I just wanted to try it. I started it last week, and I just feel good because everyone dreads the leg day except like psychopaths, and it splits it up. So you're doing like 1 or 2 leg exercises a day, so you're not as sore. And I like it better like that. But then everything else
I like leg day when I'm used to leg day. When I'm used
strong.
to leg day, I like leg day.
Yeah.
But when I'm not used to it, I don't like leg day because I'm still sore from 4 days ago, my leg day, and I can't. And deadlift, I'm supposed to deadlift tonight, and I can't because my leg hurt. So
mine's more my back, man. I don't know what's wrong with me. My lower back, I heard it earlier, like few months ago, and I had to go to the chiropractor every day, and I still go to the chiropractor like maybe once a month, twice a month, just to kind of like feel good. And I don't know, just like everyday stuff, like I'll just like bend over and it won't hurt, but I just feel like it's there, you know what I mean? Could be in my head, but
yeah,
I don't know. I just don't deadlift anymore, which sucks because I really did like deadlifting. But now I have to worry about my job, which I need my body to work. If I had to sit at a computer, I'd be fine, but I have to be able to use my body.
Yeah, but you don't want to sit at a computer. Fuck that.
No, hell no. I would never want to do that. That's why I love my job. I'm always outside. I work inside sometimes, and I always hate it when she makes me work inside. I like working outside.
Didn't a tiger die weeks ago?
It was a few weeks ago. Yeah, our 23-year-old Malayan tiger. Her name was Malor. She passed away in her exhibit. It was a bad look, but it sucks, man. I mean, she was old, so that's really old for tigers.
Damn.
I know. It was pretty sad.
Were you heartbroken?
Not really, because I only met her once, and I didn't.
So you didn't mess with her, I guess.
No, the animals I work with are in the Chihuahuan Desert section, so it's mainly animals from like the Southwest region, so like Texas, Mexico, New Mexico, and Arizona, like the desert kind of animals.
Yeah.
So yeah, the big cats I work with are jags and mountain lions, but I haven't really worked with them yet. I have to work my way up for that, but
yeah.
But yeah, the
only
tiger
animals I really mess with are like Hurley. He's a half lab, half cur dog. He's a crazy son of a bitch.
Dude, I talk about him all the time. I hope you know that. Like all the time.
Dude, he's a good boy, man.
I'm always showing videos.
He told me the other day that he misses his Uncle Gleist.
Oh, good boy. Where is he? Is he in the room right now?
Nah, he's upstairs with mom and dad.
He's adjusting to the no balls life pretty good.
Oh yeah, dude, he loves it.
I saw a meme the other day. It was like a husband talking to his wife, and the dog is there, and the little talk bubbles are like, the guy was like, "Hey, I just got my vasectomy. It's great." And then she's like, "But you got to keep your balls, right?" And he's like, "Yeah, of course." And the dog's like, "What the fuck?" It's like, why can't I have that? It made me think. I was like, why can't they do that? What if the dog likes having balls, man? Hurley licked those balls all the time.
He did. He loved them, some bitches.
He had a good time.
Zach Hurley was like, I went to his wedding and he sat down at my table and the first thing he said was like, "Dude, you cut his balls off?" I said, "Yeah, man." And he said, "Come on, dude." And I was like, "I had to, dude. It was free." And he was like, "Oh, it was free?" I said, "Yeah." He was like, "Oh, well, then I don't blame you then." But he was low-key mad that I did it. He was like, "You taking his pride away from him."
Okay, but like, he's a mutt, so there's no point in him keeping his nuts, and it helps him live longer, you know what I mean? If he was some purebred lab, then yeah, sure, don't cut his nuts off, but
yeah,
you're not planning on breeding him.
I mean, maybe I get a mutt female, and I just want to make mutt puppies, bro.
He would make good puppies, probably. But then you never know. What if he gets all, like, aggressive and shit? You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. I think the next dog I'll get is, probably an Australian Shepherd.
To be, like, his buddy? He doesn't get along with other dogs.
He does now, dude. He gets along really well with other dogs.
With every dog he meets? You can take him to a dog park and he'll be fine?
Yep. He runs around with them all the time at our dog park here.
It has to be the no nuts, then.
Yep.
It's gotta be.
It is the no nuts.
And your neighbor's dog, too, right? He plays with him?
Oh, no, dude. That dog is something else, man. He wears that dog out.
But you told me you sent me a video of them, like, chasing each other on the fence, and now they have...
he runs around on the fence, but when they get out in the front yard, the neighbor's dog tries to fight Hurley, and Hurley fucks him up every time. So.
Damn. Hurley's like, I'm not going to start it, but I'll finish it.
Yeah, that's exactly what he does. He just comes over to play, and the dog, like, jumps on him, so he just gets up and, like, cracks him and beats the shit out of him, and he walks away, and he's like, "Dad, I wasn't trying to start nothing, Dad. Like, I was just trying to go play to have fun."
The dog that I see often here is at one of my coworkers' houses. His name's Batman. Isn't that funny?
What the hell?
They didn't name him that.
I guess that's kind of a cool name, though.
It's funny. He's got a little Batman collar, and I just show up. I'm like, "What's up, Batman?" He's just like wagging his tail and shit.
Is he black?
No, he's like a mix of a boxer. So he's got like that weird mix color. You know what I mean? It's like camo almost, camo color.
Yeah.
So he's like boxer and something else. I can't remember. He looks like a boxer.
Does your coworker like Batman a lot or something?
No, she didn't name him that. She adopted him with that name.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I got you.
That's probably the first dog I get. I'm gonna adopt for sure, like from a shelter probably.
Yeah, you should probably get one.
Like an old ass one that's gonna die in like 2 months, but I'll just give it the best life ever.
No, bro, you should get one that's like 4 years old.
With like 3 legs?
You either get one that's like 5 years old and is like overall the bullshit, or get one that's like 8 months old and train it yourself. Because if it's 8 months old, it can still be trained.
Yeah, I don't want. I mean, it's cute to have a little puppy, but I got to do that with Hurley, so I got that out of my system.
Yeah, no, fuck that. I won't ever do that again, bro.
Hurley,
unless it's like a full blood something that I really want. You know what I mean?
Hurley and Dominguez's dog. Which one? And Mercedes. I got to do all the puppies.
That goddamn. Mercedes a big bitch now, dude.
She's huge. I thought she was pregnant. I didn't see that she must not have given birth. Remember?
No, she ain't pregnant.
He posted something saying, "Oh, officially locked up. They're good to go."
I think they were just mating, and they didn't get them. Like they didn't.
She wasn't in heat or something. Damn. Poor Mercedes needs to get pregnant already. But all right, man. We've been talking for 37 minutes. That's your favorite number. Let's get right.
Oh my god, that's crazy.
I know, but it's okay.
Let's get into the real stuff.
I'll put a little asterisk in the description on when we actually start talking about some sports and not just us bullshitting.
But yeah, probably like that though, man.
Yeah, maybe. So obviously we're not going to start anything without talking about obviously Kobe Bryant, who tragically passed away 2 days ago with his 13-year-old daughter Gianna in a tragic helicopter accident outside of Los Angeles, California, in Calabasas, I believe it was. Him, along with 7 others, died. It's just tragic. It's going to be one of those things where it's like, do you remember where you were when you found out? You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, 100%.
So where were you when you found out?
I was at the bar, dude. I was working.
Oh shit!
And what was crazy was I was at the bar, and I mean, I told you Cora had texted me and asked me that.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you, she was the first person to know. I guess somebody had said something on Twitter, but I was on Twitter when she was talking to me, and I didn't see anything. So it must have just broke. Like
TMZ reported
she must have
it.
Just scrolled through and saw it, and it was probably right when TMZ dropped it. Which TMZ posts a lot of fake news. Mm-hmm. So she was like, "Did Kobe Bryant die?" And I said, "What do you mean?" I was like, "No." I said, LeBron passed him in scoring last night. Somebody like making fun of him, like
killed him or something. Yeah,
kind of like something like that. Kind of a
stupid,
weird tweet or something like that. And she was like, "Oh, maybe that's it." And then literally like 30 minutes later, it's everywhere. And I text her back. It's like, "Oh my God, you were right. Kobe did die." And she was like, "I thought that's what it said, but I wasn't for sure because it was like just one tweet and that's it." Like, you know what I mean? And then all of a sudden, like 30 minutes later, I'm chilling and I'm on Twitter and nobody's really there. But 30 minutes later, it says it all over Twitter. And then I'm like, why isn't it on ESPN? And then like 30 minutes later, every single picture, we have 14 TVs in our bar, and every single TV had Kobe Bryant on it. And I was like, oh my God. And I was like freaking out. I was the only person there. I had the whole bar to myself. Like I was like serving everybody. I was like, man, when I found out, man, I got so many cold chills, bro. Because like
you just don't believe that.
He was always one of the guys that I liked. He was probably one of my favorites because I never really liked LeBron. I was too young for like Larry Bird and Magic and Jordan. So Kobe was like right when I was like probably about like 8 to 12 years old when I'm like really like looking up to players, and Kobe was just that. Kobe was just that guy.
I mean, he's a global icon. I mean, everyone knows, you shoot a freaking paper ball into a basket, you yell Kobe every time, man. Like, or any
I did it every time. And when we were picking up balls at Cumberland's, bro, all the time.
Just baseball in general, bro.
Kobe, bro.
Yeah, you're picking up balls after BP, throwing it in the Kobe. You throw it from fucking 100 yards away, just chucking it. I mean, I was at lunch when I found out, like at lunch break. I think the news broke 9:45 a.m. California time, but not because it said on my phone when ESPN said it or TMZ said it. It was like 20 minutes ago is when they posted it. So I was like, shit, this just happened. So
Yeah.
and I come out and I got to lunch a little late, and I come out and like everyone's kind of talking, at lunch and like at work, I fuck with everyone knows who I am. I try and talk to everybody, so I'm not like uncomfortable with talking in front of like the whole zoo staff, but it is a diverse group of people. So, and I just couldn't help myself. I was like, Kobe's fucking dead. I screamed that, and they're like, and they look at me like I'm crazy, and I'm like, yeah, Kobe Bryant dead. He's gone, and they're like, yeah, we know. I'm like, what the fuck? What do you mean? What do you know? Why aren't you freaking out? Like, that means you can die. Anybody can die, bro. Like, you joking? Kobe?
That just means they just didn't grow up like sports people. Like
they didn't have the Mamba mentality, bro. Dude, it's crazy. Like,
it blew my mind, man. I mean, at first I was like, I really thought it was fake because ESPN wasn't reporting about it.
Yeah, like
and it was
Schefter.
Just on TMZ. And then there were so many mixed stories that I was like, man, somebody something's wrong there. This is wrong. Like,
yeah,
this is really bad fake news. Like, I was pissed. And then, like, it got on ESPN, and that's when it sunk in, man. I was like, oh my god. And it just kept identifying people. Me and you were just like, it was his whole family. Like, it was not his whole family. Like, what's going on? Because I mean, this is a really bad thing to say, but. Like, if it's me and my family, like, if I'm older and I have 4 girls and a wife, I would, and this is really bad. It's not bad to say.
If you're about to say what I think you're about to say, man.
Yeah, I would have wanted to die altogether. It's just how it was.
No,
so nobody's grieving.
Okay, but, like, your kids have their whole lives ahead of them, bro. Like,
I understand that, but, like, I know, and I said that's bad to say.
It's terrible to say.
But, like, I feel like people would understand that though, like because nobody's grieving. Like, you understand what his wife and his 3 other daughters are feeling right now, man.
Tremendous loss, I'd imagine.
Like,
their whole world.
They probably don't want to live right now. They probably are mad at themselves that they weren't on the plane.
Yeah,
they're on their
helicopter.
Like, they probably are.
I mean, it's crazy. I just saw something. I don't know if it's real or fake or not. Like, literally like 20 minutes before you called. It said that Kobe and his wife Vanessa had an agreement to never be on a helicopter together, just in case something like this happened. So the kids would have somebody. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's actually pretty smart.
But it's a helicopter, bro. Like, what, are you not going to drive together either? Like, you can get in a car accident more and die in a car accident more than you're going to get in a helicopter accident. So I thought that it's a little weird. I don't know who would leak that. You know what I mean? Like, who? Vanessa's definitely not making statements right now, so I don't know who said that. But I don't know.
I mean, he could have told anybody that, though. He could have told anybody in this world that.
Yeah,
like, me and Vanessa just, we told each other that we'd never be on a helicopter together, just in case. Like, you know what I mean?
And it's not like he was afraid to fly in a helicopter either, because there's an interview that came out that in like 2018 or 2017 where he said, I'd rather be in a helicopter than car because I get stuck in traffic and I don't get to see my girls' games. I don't get to spend time with my family because I'm stuck in traffic. And obviously he's Kobe Bryant, so if someone sees him, they're going to swarm him. So if you fly in everywhere, I guess he's used that pilot for like over 10 years too, which is crazy.
Yeah, they said that he's been, flying like that, just like that, like forever. So just a freak accident. They say it was super foggy.
Yeah, the police department didn't even have their helicopters out.
Ascend or something like that, and then all of a sudden, I don't know, man. I don't even want to picture it. I don't want to I hate picturing. I mean, I can't get it out of my head of him.
Me either.
That everybody in that helicopter just like holding on to each other, like just praying, basically. Like, and I know me and you really aren't that into that whole spiritual side of things.
Yeah.
But,
I mean, you can't. It's kind of hard not to be at this point. You know what I mean? In times like this,
I'm going down in a helicopter. I'm praying. I'm gonna be like, if I die, like, God forgive me for everything, because
Yeah.
I really don't want to be away from my daughter. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. You know what I mean?
I mean, I just think it makes
It's hard.
the story that much sadder. The fact that his 13-year-old daughter Gianna was on it,
Yeah, it makes it awful. I mean,
like 100
It's
times
awful.
worse. So, I don't know. That's the hottest take of 2020 so far. That you'd want your whole family to die with you. It's the hottest take of 2020.
No, I mean, I've told a few people that my mom and dad were like, yeah, my mom and dad agreed. Like, there were a few
Damn.
people at the bar like that I was talking to when it first
Yeah.
happened, and I was like, man, it's bad to say, but I'm like, it would almost been better if everybody passed away, because
Yeah.
at least they would have all passed away together, and nobody in the intermediate family would have had to grieve. Like, only the people that, you know, like their aunts or uncles or nephews, you
But
know what I
think
mean, that didn't see them every day, but they still knew them. They had to grieve, you know what I mean?
But think about
But
like,
not the people in the house.
but think
that
about his
they saw every
daughters.
single day.
His daughters can now carry on his legacy. If they all died, then they couldn't do that. Nobody could have carried on Kobe's legacy.
You're right. I hope they do. I hope they really do. I'm sure. I'm sure one out of the three is like takes pride into what Kobe was doing and stuff like that. I mean, they make it better. They
'Cause
do
his-
something, but
His oldest daughter, Natalia, is 17, and she's a really good volleyball player. I think she's over 6 foot. So that's her thing. Gigi was the star basketball player, and then they had a 3-year-old named Bianca, I think, and then Capri, I think, was their 8-month-old. So obviously that sucks for her, because she's gonna grow up not even knowing who her dad
yeah,
is.
she doesn't really know what's going on. So, and I mean, the 3-year-old, give her 2 years and she won't remember.
Yeah, I
really.
mean, they don't
I don't
know
remember
shit.
anything when I was 3.
Yeah,
Maybe a few things.
They say you're not actually alive until you're 5 years old. Fun fact, because that's when you start developing memories,
Yeah,
which is crazy
but
to
I
think.
mean, I think they should change the NBA logo to Kobe. How about you?
Yeah, that's what. Who is it right now? West, David West.
I have no clue.
I think
You
it's
want me to look
David
it up?
West. That's the logo right now. I mean, the logo is a little extreme. I mean, I think it'll look kind of similar. I think they should retire 8 and at least 24 league wide. I know the Mavericks already did it. The Lakers already did it, obviously. So the Lakers were supposed to play the Clippers tonight, and they postponed it, which I don't think that was. I think Kobe would have wanted them to play, so I don't know if I agree with that 100%. What say you? You think they should have played? Kobe would have wanted them to play, bro.
That's what I said. I mean, you know, but you don't know what those guys are feeling, because he was probably close with a lot of, you know what I mean? He was probably close with so many
Yeah, especially LeBron.
of those players, and you're trying to get them to play, which I know Kobe would have wanted them to play.
Mm-hmm.
But that's hard to get somebody.
Yeah, and I think it really would have taken away from the severity of the game, because the Clippers-Lakers are probably one of the top 3 teams, obviously, in the league. So you want that game to be amazing, and
Yeah.
I think it just would have been like overshadowed by Kobe's death. So I mean, I can see the reason why they want to do it, but it's pretty much a lock now that LeBron James is winning the MVP. He's gonna tear up the league now. Like, he's doing it for Kobe.
Oh, for sure.
And the Lakers have to win that championship. They have to.
Back to the logo, dude. But I mean, this is probably. I think though, I really do think they might change it, just because this is such a. This is like crazy.
I mean, yeah, he was the greatest Laker of all time. Magic said it himself. He admitted it.
It's Jerry West that it is. Yeah.
I said David West. Damn it.
Yeah, I mean, he's debatably. I mean, yeah, he's top 5 for sure. I mean, top 2 in our generation.
Yeah,
Kobe and him, Kobe and LeBron. I mean,
it's tough doing comparisons right now, because it's just like I feel more bad, not because we lost a basketball or sports icon, just because of like how good of a person he was. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, he was great, dude.
I mean obviously.
Talking Slovenian to
he knew multiple languages.
Doncic the other night.
Yeah, just to talk trash, he said.
Yeah, just he was a good guy, and Man, I was heartbroken when it happened, and I didn't know what. I mean, I was just like, "Oh my god!"
I mean,
It didn't seem real. I mean, my entire news feed was that, and then I turned on the Grammys to see if J. Cole could win a Grammy, and they're talking about
Kobe
and stuff because they're in the Staples Center. But J. Cole didn't win a Grammy other than his feature on A Lot with 21 Savage.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and then I got fed up with the Grammys. I'm just tired of the Grammys, but
it's all a popularity contest.
Yeah, but anyways, it's just crazy.
Did you
It's
see
crazy.
the?
I've low key stayed off of social media these past couple
It's
of days.
just sad,
because
man.
I mean, yeah, it's like it's really sad, but like some people take it too far.
Oh
Some
yeah,
people,
of course.
You know what I mean?
Terrible
So
people.
I've just tried to kind of stay off of it. I mean, I haven't stayed off of it altogether, but
Mm-hmm.
I haven't went as deep as I usually do, I should say.
Then I mean, I've been all over it just because I'm trying to get as much information as I can out of it. I don't know if you saw.
I saw a video today of a military helicopter going down, and as soon as I saw it, I was like, "This is a military helicopter." And people were saying it was Kobe. I was like, "This isn't him." Like, if this was a video, this video would have been taken in and been under investigation right now.
Yeah, we wouldn't have access to it.
Not on Twitter.
But there's a video that surfaced of the pilot talking back and forth with like Bass. You know what I mean? And Bass just kept telling him over and over again he's too low. So and I'm paraphrasing here with like what actually happened. So they left Los Angeles and then like flew 20 miles, and then obviously the fog was really bad, so they had to circle for 15 minutes. They were circling. And I guess and they kept telling him, you're too low. And I guess he was like just barely clearing mountains, like, because he couldn't see, which I don't know why he couldn't just, because they said he rapidly rose from 1,200 feet to 2,000 feet, like in like seconds. So, the whole time, like, it's not like Kobe and them were thinking everything's going fine. Like, they're definitely in there saying, what the hell is going on? Like, we're fucking going crazy right now.
Yeah.
And the pilot just said, yeah, I got to take it back. Like, they're saying there's a landing point for him. And he's like, okay, I'm going to head that way. And they're trying to talk his way through it. And he's like, and they flew up. And then I think what they said is that he hit a mountain. And that's what happened. And he was trying to climb. He clipped a mountain and then rapidly spun, like, head first. And then exploded on contact. Crazy.
Yeah, I mean, I just hope for everybody's sake in that helicopter that it was just instantaneous and they didn't have to suffer.
Well, only
You know what I mean?
3 bodies were recovered so far out of the 9. So, yeah, I'm assuming that there's not much to look at with what's going on there.
I mean, I'm sure.
Imagine being a first responder, bro, and like seeing Kobe like right there, like that. That should just gives me chills.
People that were hiking saw it first, like,
oh shit.
Yeah,
damn.
That's what they said.
Imagine hearing that.
Imagine just walking and you hear a big crash. You go see it, and one of the people that you think it is Kobe. Like, I would blow my mind.
Yeah, I mean, when I heard it,
I would never hike on a trail again in my life.
When I heard it, like at lunch, like I said, like I freaked out. It just felt like a punch in the gut, and I like couldn't be there with those people. Like I had to leave because people were just like we're just talking about everyday things, like talking about work, and I was like, God damn, I can't talk about work right now, and like I had to just watch. I just watched like the live feed of like ESPN, what they were talking about and stuff, and yeah, like you grow up idolizing these people, man. Like heroes don't have to be people that you knew personally or people that are like firefighters, policemen, stuff like that. Like they could be sports icons. They could be people like that because they like, especially him. He made you believe in yourself when you don't even think you can do things. The Mamba mentality, bro. You know what I mean?
You're right.
Mamba mentality, quote unquote, is all about focusing on the process and trusting in the hard work when it matters most. Is what he told in his book, which I really want to read his book now, which is bad, and he's dead, and it makes me want to read his book.
I'm pretty sure Corey read it.
He's got the book.
I think he read it. I don't think he has it. I think he read it though.
Yeah, I haven't talked to him about it. I should get his thoughts on it. I'm sure that he's pretty bummed out about it. Have you talked to him?
No, I mean, we're in the Bloods group message on or on Snapchat, and when it happened, we all just. I mean, there's like 4 of us all that have the Kobe jersey, so we all just sent pictures of our jerseys, basically. Yeah. And it's just like RIP kind of thing. But
Kobe's notable accomplishments: 5-time NBA. He was a 1-time MVP, which is crazy to think. 18-time All-Star, 11-team first-team All-NBA, 9-time first-team All-Defensive Selection, 4th on the NBA's all-time scoring list in all 20 seasons. Played with the Lakers, and he also won a fucking Oscar, which is unbelievable.
Because of his book, right?
Yeah, the Dear Basketball book, the cartoon thing, and it's or it wasn't his book; it was an animated short film. But it seemed like he was just getting started into his second career. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, exactly, and I mean, I feel like he had kind of like a future with coaching too. I mean, I know,
or at least owning the Lakers.
I know he was. Yeah, I mean, I know he was just coaching a 14U basketball team.
Yeah, his daughter.
You know what I mean? But I mean, with that guy with that kind of intelligence in the basketball mind, he probably would have coached her, Gianna, and that team probably all the way up until they go to college, and then I mean, he probably would then either drop back down to coach his other daughters, or he would go on and coach a top college team, or help like.
I mean, he was just
such somewhere or own, like you said, own an NBA team or something like that.
He was just such a big advocate for women's sports and women's rights and equal pay and all that stuff. So like, it blows my mind to see some women talk down on him. Like, he loved his daughters. He loved having daughters.
They want to talk down on him because he had rape allegations, and everybody in this world that's rich had rape allegations. Everyone.
Yeah. I mean,
if you didn't have rape allegations, and if you're rich and you didn't have rape allegations, that means you have been married since you were like fucking 18, probably. Mm-hmm.
I mean, all of his kids are.
LeBron's always had his wife, so he's never had a rape allegation.
Of course, yeah.
But like, you can probably look up anybody out there, any NBA player, and they probably have some sort of rape allegation, and because Kobe was such a big name, and it probably went a little farther than most people's, it just got out. And, I mean, who's to say this dude? I mean, come on, man.
I mean, and I told you this a little bit the day he died, how some of my coworkers, my colleagues, can just talk down on the man when he just died. Like, even fucking a monster like Aaron Hernandez, when he died, people were still like, rest in peace. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
And Kobe was such a good person, and it's just the people that just don't get it, man. But like, even like, yeah, you shouldn't talk shit about someone who just died, bro. Like, that's bad. That's like not being good, like a good human. But on top of that, if I'm telling you how much he means to me, and if I'm telling you how much of an icon he was and how much he was in my upbringing,
why would you say that?
Who does that? And with Kobe, it's crazy. Like, especially athletes. Of course, athletes are going to relate with him, because if you ever needed motivation, if you ever wanted to perfect your craft, if you ever wanted to be better, or just needed any kind of motivation, you just looked up Kobe Bryant, and he had the YouTube videos, he had the hype videos, he had the quotes. So I just think it's like we lost a piece of our childhood, bro. Like, growing up,
we did lose a piece of. I definitely lost a piece of my childhood. I mean.
And
I don't know.
And he was young, 41. He's still pretty young, and it doesn't seem like he was young though. And Shannon Sharp said it best. He said, and I'm paraphrasing here: when you live a life as accomplished as Kobe was, it seems like a lifetime. So, and I couldn't agree with that anymore.
Yeah.
That's why it sucks even more for Gianna, because she had her whole life ahead of her.
Yeah.
But I want to get into something, because it made me reflect on other deaths in my life that affected me. And I'm not going to go into personal deaths like family or friends. I know we both had some bad deaths on personal sides with us that we don't have to get into. But as in terms of celebrities that we didn't know, or I didn't know personally, but affected me. The first one I can think of is Steve Irwin. At a young age, really affected me. I was probably in 5th grade, I think, at the time. I had a Steve Irwin shirt, and I wore that shirt every day for like a month. And it was like the saddest. I remember I was just so sad. And I was supposed to be happy because I was going to middle school, and I thought that was cool. And I remember I couldn't be happy because I was so pissed about Steve Irwin dying, and I never would see him on TV anymore. And that was before social media and all that shit. So that he lucked out, in my opinion, because he didn't have to have all that social media shit go crazy.
Yeah.
Number 2, and you might forget about this, Jose Fernandez. Do you remember when he died?
Yeah, it was a big deal.
Big deal.
He was all coked out and stuff.
Yeah, that's what sucks. Like,
nah, but he's still bad, man. I mean, I'm not gonna sit here and talk shit about somebody. You know, some people, you know, drink when they're trying to have fun. Some people smoke weed when they're trying to have fun. Some people do coke.
Yeah, it's because he was upset and he just went out and got on a boat and shouldn't have done what he did. But I mean, you could say the same thing about Steve Irwin. Oh, you shouldn't be swimming with dangerous animals, but like that's what he did. That's like, you know, he knew it. He knew the risk going into it, and so Steve Irwin, Jose Fernandez dying really hit me because I was older, so I like understood it a lot more too, and that was like I was still playing college baseball at the time, so that was like huge for me. That's why I chose 16. I'm sure you remember that. At Cumberland's. And then, and then obviously Kobe here. It's just another one that's like, it feels like a gut punch, and you're like, shit, like, I'm not going to see that guy anymore. So, it's crazy.
Yeah. One of mine would be probably Michael Jackson. And, I mean...
Yeah.
I know you, like, weren't in...
I mean, I like his music big time.
You aren't into music as much as me and that nature and stuff like that, but... And I wasn't really into MJ that much, I guess.
I like Jackson 5 better.
Who?
I liked Jackson 5. That was my time. Not my time, but that's just what I preferred.
Yeah.
I like that music.
I mean, MJ was just... I think MJ probably, like... Next to Kobe, MJ would probably be number 2.
Yeah.
Or number 1 on, like, the most surprising, most... influential person ever to die young, because Michael Jackson was the GOAT of all GOATs, man.
Yeah. And King of Pop.
Like, the guy was so influential. I mean, but my dad just loved him. That's why I remember him passing away, and my dad was like tore up watching the TV and everybody freaking out. But that was also before like social media and stuff. I'm pretty sure Facebook was out, but it wasn't like that. Facebook wasn't that big yet. So.
Yeah, I mean, I remember when he died.
That's the only one I can think of. I mean, I've never been so shell-shocked ever. I mean, and what really makes me mad about Kobe, and I meant to say this earlier, is you have people, and who's to say they're not wrong or right, because nobody knows. But you have people like conspiracy theorists out there talking about, like, you know,
good Lord,
people like Kobe couldn't get away from the society, that evil society that he was in when he was playing basketball, because you know they all proclaimed that LeBron is in it and stuff like that, talking about like Illuminati and shit like that.
Good Lord.
And they're saying, like, right now is what they're saying is that LeBron had something to do with Kobe's death. This is what they're saying.
What?
That LeBron talked to, when he passed Kobe on the night of the points or whatever, that he was talking to Bill Clinton after the game. They're saying he was talking to Bill Clinton.
Yeah, they took a picture together.
Whatever he was saying and stuff, and then they're saying like that 70% of all helicopter accidents are purposeful, that they're not like accidental. But I mean,
I don't know where they pulled that stat from.
I don't know where they got it either, but that's like, if you're gonna think it, man, don't put it on social media where everybody like is trying to grieve.
Because there's gonna be idiots that believe that shit.
And there's a bunch of people like that. I got that from LeBron's Instagram post, dude. People are commenting on his post saying you killed Kobe.
What the fuck?
And shit like that.
Are you serious?
Yeah, man. Look it up.
I mean, I remember his post coming out. It was very heartfelt. But that's mean. God damn, dude, that's crazy. His post has 13 million likes right now. It's unbelievable, by the way.
That is crazy.
But
that is really crazy, actually.
But man, we're gonna try and move past this topic. I know it's been really sad to talk about it, but it is Super Bowl week. This is a sports podcast.
Favorite week of the year.
So this is for all the marbles. This is why we play. So I mean, rest in peace, Kobe. You were a part of my childhood. I will love you forever. My thoughts and prayers go out to the families affected in this horrible tragedy.
Same for me.
So let's get right into it.
All right.
Football.
I want to start something out real fast.
Okay. Go for it.
Whoever was in the Williamsburg News League with me and Kleist, everybody needs to figure it out. If I play next year, nobody trades with Kleist. Okay? Nobody. Because that's fucking horse shit, the team that he had this year. And I came out of the depths and got second. I was playing my ass off. I deserved that. I deserved the first place, and it's bullshit that Kleist won. All right.
Do you wanna discuss my team? Because you should have listened to my podcast like 2 weeks ago when I said when I went over all my transactions and how legit they were. I can go over it again if you want.
Nah, I'm good. I don't agree with anything you did or anything anybody else did.
I am inevitable.
As he's dying.
Yeah, I know. It's crazy. Then he gets his head chopped off. No, I mean...
Dude, listen to this, though. Little kind of, like, on topic, but not really.
Okay.
Today, I was in a lab, and I'm in a geology lab, so I'm, like, studying rocks and, like, the earth and stuff. You would super feel it. Mm-hmm. And, dude, I'm in my lab, and he's passing back papers from our first lab, and he says, Robbie Stark? And I said, it's Straub, but, I mean, I'm not going to get mad if you're calling me Stark, and everybody kind of laughed or whatever. So at least they're Marvel fans in my class, so they're not all douchebags.
Dude, when I was on Amazon looking up cool Marvel shirts for like no reason today, I saw one that I looked up like a while ago that I forgot to buy that I think I'm going to buy. It's the Stark Industries shirt, just like the classic one, you know what I mean? That he has. And I think
my sister has that.
Yeah, we should all buy that and just match. For the hell of it. At least me, you, and Nick, since we're the only ones that do it. And, by the way, shout out Nick DeFranco. It's his birthday today. Jordan year.
Yeah, you know whose birthday it is also today?
Whose?
Jermaine Lamar Cole.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I remember you telling me that him and Nick share the same birthday.
Yes, sir.
That's crazy. But what do you mean?
I was like, dude, I forgot you had the same birthday as the GOAT. Respect.
What do you mean if you're going to play fantasy next year? You're going to play fantasy next year.
Not if you just take over and be a corrupt commissioner again.
You want to be the commissioner?
Yeah, I'll be a commissioner.
No, it's got to be me. I'm sorry.
No, because you're corrupt.
I'm not corrupt. We're not getting into this right now. We're talking about the Super Bowl.
I'm Williamsburg News, too.
What do you mean?
I want to be commissioner next year.
Speaking of Williamsburg News, is Britain? What's our predictions here? I'm gonna go ahead and say Britain will not be able to do it all year. I'm gonna go ahead and say it.
Over under 5 videos.
Under. I'll take the under on that. I'll go 4.5.
I'll take the over, but not by many.
6. 6 videos. I don't know. I could just you know he's a hothead, so I can just see especially if he's getting some PT this year. If he has a bad game, he's not going to want to do it.
6 games, dude.
What's that?
He's starting the first 6 games.
Did they already say that?
Yeah.
Like, hey, we're going to give you 6 games? That's what they told him?
Some kid got suspended.
Oh, shit. Like a starting outfielder?
Yeah.
So he's going to start? Oh, his suspension 6 games?
Yeah, like me.
This is fucking Britain's time. Then he better ball out because
That's what I told him. I was like, dude, you got to ball out. You got to make him not or keep playing you.
Because they will keep playing him if he's hot, but if he sucks or even mediocre, like average, they will start the other guy. So that's just the way Shelton does it. So I hope that the moment isn't too big for him, man. I hope that he can pull through and clutch up one time. You know, I like Britton. I think he's a freak athlete. I think he can be really good. So I hope I'm looking forward to seeing what he can do. But if he has a bad game, no shot he does Williamsburg News. That's what makes a good Williamsburg News player. If you have a bad game, you got to be able to suck it up for the fans. Because I think we've got a good fan base going on Williamsburg News. Got more followers than I do.
We have a crazy fan base going on right now, I feel like.
People tweeting at us saying, yo, what's
I wish
Williamsburg
we would
News?
have started it as soon as we got there, dude. It would have been lit.
I know. We started a little too late, but it's whatever.
I mean, we just decided to do it one night when we were drinking on the couch. So
it was in March too. I remember we started in March of 2017, I believe. It all started with a Snapchat and a
I
dream.
didn't have Hurley yet.
Oh yeah, That we got him in April.
I got Hurley
May?
a month later.
Yeah, I remember that. But all right, let's stop doing our ADHD and get right into the Super Bowl here.
All right, brother.
Kansas City Chiefs versus the San Francisco 49ers. Two teams that beat my beloved Vikings this year. 49ers beat us in the playoffs, and the Chiefs beat us with a backup quarterback. So that was good to watch both those games, both very heartbreaking. But we're not going to get into my sadness of my football team. We're going to talk about two teams that are actually good and deserve to play in a Super Bowl. So we're going to get into this. I'm not salty at all. So let's get right into it. I'm picking the. No, I'm not going to talk about that yet. What are the biggest things you're excited about for this game to see? I think it's going to be unbelievable. Number one defense, number one offense. It's going to be a great Super Bowl.
I think it's going to surprise some people. I think the over is like 50 something points.
Yeah.
Over under.
Yeah, I mean, I can
think
definitely
it's way
see that.
under that, man.
You think it's going to be a defensive show?
I think Andy Reid has his defensive coordinator on lock this week. Mm-hmm. I think Andy Reid makes sure they've been in the film room going hard, and I think 49ers just are the 49ers, dude. And I think Andy Reid's game plan is to make Jimmy G beat us, and I think the Niners' game plan is to make anybody else that's not Patrick Mahomes beat us. And for that fact, I think it's going to be like a lower scoring game, honestly.
I just think that the Chiefs can't rely on Patrick Mahomes 100%. They have to be able to do something else with their offense to be able to beat this team, because this 49ers defense is no joke. Their front four is no joke. Their defensive line is all first rounders. They're all very, very good at football. So
they're gonna have to. Somebody else is gonna have to make plays. Somebody.
I'm gonna get into three ways that Kansas City three things that Kansas City needs to do to win. So a lot of people are gonna be a little surprised here, but I'm gonna say develop some sort of a running game. I know that they're not really known for the running game, but the last 4 games they've had over 100 yards rushing combined. So I know that Mahomes is going to have to do some magic with his legs. I know he's not Lamar Jackson, but you're going to have to make some plays. LaShawn McCoy is also going to be 100% playing this game. I know he's been limited because they wanted to save his legs for the big game, which is this. So McCoy has shown that he's still got it in his older age. Damian Williams obviously still is a young back that has proved that he can catch the ball out of the backfield. So I think that they're going to try and get Damian Williams into the game soon. But I fear that they're just, as soon as they stop him a few times, they're just going to say, fuck it, Mahomes is throwing it 60 times. And that's just not going to – I'm not going to say it's not going to work because it works for them. But this 49ers defense, no joke. Number 2, stop or at least contain the 49ers running game. Make Jimmy G beat you, like you said. They have a 4-headed monster at running back. At least a 3-headed monster. They got Raheem Mostert, Tevin Coleman, and Matthew Breida. But they also got Kyle Juszczyk at fullback who can run anybody over. And if you don't remember,
he's a beast.
He's not active, but they still have Jerick McKinnon under contract. So they have a lot of good Yes, they have a lot of good running backs. Obviously, McKinnon's not going to play in this game. He hasn't played all year. He didn't play all last year. 2 season-ending injuries, which was sad to see. As a Vikings fan, I wanted to see him play. And number 3, don't try to do too much. Like I said, I just feel like they're gonna try too hard, man. They're the Chiefs. They show up in their little Hawaiian shirts, all matching, swagged out. They have a lot of confidence. I understand. They got the rocket at quarterback with Patrick Mahomes, but I just think they need to stay grounded, and they need to realize that they're not playing some scrub. They're playing arguably the best defense in football right now. So, with the best defensive coordinator, Robert Saleh.
I think to build on that, I'm not going to give my 3 ways or anything like that, but I am going to build on the try not to do too much, because in my opinion, I think Mahomes takes way too many shots downfield.
Yeah,
and
can you blame him?
It's it's good when you have Tyreek Hill that's going after every ball, and the dude's like 5'4", but jumps like a 6'3" receiver.
Yeah.
But in the Super Bowl, that's not going to work. It's not going to work.
Yeah, they've had weeks to prepare for that.
You have 2 weeks. You have 2 weeks to prepare. Yep. They're going to watch every single game, every single formation, every single thing you have. You got to be content with throwing 5-yard slants, 5-yard outs, just to keep the sticks moving. And I think if Mahomes and Andy Reid want to win on offense, Mahomes has to be content with short passes and be okay with that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's good. It's good to take shots downfield. On second down and 3, it's good to take shots downfield. But if you're 1st and 15, you just got a false start called on you. That's not a good shot downfield. Then your 2nd and 15, you're shot. You know what I mean? You just got to be content with that. And I think that, and I'm not trying to put it back on Tom Brady or anything, but that's what him and Belichick do so well.
Can't go a podcast without talking about Tom Brady.
You can. I can't. But, if the guy downfield isn't there, Tom is checking it down. He's content with gaining 6 or 7 yards a play.
Because Brady can't throw it that far.
To grow up. I'm not saying Mahomes isn't mature, but in a sense, when he gets older, he'll realize, look, that's what picks up first downs. That's what keeps the time going. That's what keeps the clock going. That's what keeps our ball control. You know what I mean? Possession time. That's how you win games.
Okay, but if Brady had Mahomes' arm, he'd do that. He would throw that far.
Brady does have the arm still, bro.
If you're comparing Tom Brady's arm with Patrick Mahomes' arm, you're unbelievable.
I'm not.
Okay.
I'm not at all.
Just making sure. Because
Mahomes
can throw it like 80 yards.
He's got a cannon.
Yeah.
But he still needs to be content with throwing underneath routes in situations, man. Can't go down the field all the time.
Side note, where's Tom Brady playing next year?
Patriots or his couch.
He's not retiring. He's not.
Then he's playing at the Pats. He's going to retire as a Pat.
But he said he's open to playing somewhere else.
He's saying that for the clout, dude. He's not going anywhere.
I think it's all smoke and mirrors, too. It's smoke and mirrors. But I think Belichick's ready to move on. Don't you think?
Nope.
You think he still wants him?
I think, and I
would be
don't know
re-signed.
what's going on in his head, obviously, but I think Belichick's going to be smart this draft. I think Belichick's going to get a developing quarterback late in the draft, and I think he's going to let that quarterback work under Tom Brady for a year, maybe 2. I don't know how long, but I think Tom's going to be there for at least another year, and I think he's going to learn under Tom and kind of understand, get him to understand how to, because, that's what Tom did with Drew Bledsoe. That's what Aaron Rodgers did with Brett Favre. Every good quarterback is, other than Lamar Jackson, has had a good understudy. And it's as bad as it says.
Lamar had Joe Flacco.
Yeah, but come on, Joe
Super
Flacco
Bowl quarterback,
wasn't that good.
Super Bowl MVP.
I know, but he still had a veteran to be under for a year, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and so Mahomes had Alex Smith, which is trash, but he probably learned a little bit from him until he took his
he's a
job.
good veteran. Kirk Cousins had RG3.
And Dak had Tony Romo, and as much as Tony Romo sucks, he was a veteran and knows the game and knows formations and stuff like that. You know what I mean? So, I think, and they don't have anybody, the Patriots organization doesn't have anybody like that right now. So I think they give Tom one more year, give him a year, and give him how much ever money he wants, which he's not going to want a lot because he wants one more try at a ring. And they get somebody like, I mean, I don't know, dude. I don't think Tua goes number 5 like they're projecting him. I think Tua drops down. Maybe they get Tua, let him heal for a year, chill under Tom, and develop Tua into a legendary quarterback, dude. That's what I'd like to see.
If the Patriots get Tua, it's over. They're not getting Tua. They'd have to trade up. They'd have to trade up for Tua.
Okay, but do you not see Belichick trading up, bro? That man knows what he's doing.
He'd trade Brady for Tua. He'd trade Brady for Joe Burrow in a heartbeat. I would give my left nut for Joe Burrow. I want Joe Burrow so bad, but he's going to Cincy. And I said this on my last podcast, and I'm going to stick by my words. The Cincinnati Bengals are going to the playoffs next year.
Why? Because
fucking cool Joe, bro.
Back and Joe Burrow's there.
Joe cool, but think about their offensive weapons. If they keep AJ Green, there's rumors.
Mixon.
There's rumors.
Yeah, they have offensive weapons, but who's the D coordinator there? I couldn't even tell you.
Fucking Hugh Jackson. I don't know. No, AJ
ball
Green
games, as you can tell by the 49ers and the Patriots. I mean,
yeah. Shit, let's get back to the Super Bowl. I ain't talking about the bum goals
right,
2
so
podcasts in a row.
Three things the Niners have to do. You tell me.
All right, they got to eliminate the big plays first off. That's all that the Chiefs like to do. But the 49ers are really good about not giving up big plays. That's been their thing. Keep everything in front of you. You know, they got a shutdown corner in Richard Sherman. He talks a little too much, but he shut. You know,
I love him.
I know you do.
So
I know
much.
you like your Richard Sherman. I think he talks a little too much, but that's fine.
He's not better than Stephon Gilmore, but he's up there, bro.
Yeah, for sure. He's definitely better than Xavier Rhodes, who made the Pro Bowl this year.
Why did Xavier Rhodes make the Pro Bowl? I saw that. I was like, why the hell is he there?
Because he's a name, and it was like 4 other people said no. So they said,
Bro,
there you go.
I like the quarterback challenge with Kirk and.
He did good. Kirk did really good.
Kirk did do good. Kirk is a good, accurate thrower. That motherfucker's just, when it comes to the game, sometimes he's a little shaky.
I mean, he's definitely proven that he can win in the big spotlight this year. So I'm interested in what we do with him year 3.
Kirk, dude. He's evolved. He definitely evolved from like the first 3 games of the season.
I mean, I'm definitely not gonna back down and say that, because I'm like, just because it's been some time now, I'm still pissed. So I'm still gonna say this year was a disappointment. It was Super Bowl or bust. When you have a team like us, it's Super Bowl or bust. I'm sorry. When you have a roster like ours. Like, you could throw it.
Yeah, the same way with, like, the Cowboys, dude. How do you go How are you that bad and you have that good of a team?
Browns, you could argue the Browns. The Chargers, like, all have such good rosters, but they just didn't. The Browns, what do you mean?
Play together. The Browns, dude, are the Browns, man. I'm not even going to comment on them.
Fucking, our offensive coordinator is their head coach now. Kevin Stefanski. Thank God.
Yeah.
Run, pass. Run, pass. 2nd and 10, run. God, he had moments that shined, that had some cool, like Diggs threw a little pass to Kirk that obviously he overthrew him, but would have worked if he threw a good accurate ball to Kirk. Would have been cool, but he didn't do enough of that. Like, I like trick plays. I think that's like the new thing now. Throw a little cool, let the receivers throw the football a little bit. Fuck it, why not?
Yeah, trick plays are kind of cool.
Number 2 for ways 49ers can win. ADHD. This podcast is sponsored by ADHD. Establish a strong run game, which they usually do. They have 3 top running backs. Any one of them can just get the job done. Fun fact: Damian Williams and Raheem Mostert were both on the Dolphins at one point, and now they're playing in the Super Bowl against each other in Miami. So,
hey,
go Dolphins for that. That's why I low-key wanted the Titans to go, like a little dark horse, just for Ryan Tannehill to be like, suck it, Miami. But, no, I definitely didn't want to see Derrick Henry run the ball 40 times again. It was cool for a couple times, but...
I'm going to tell you right now, I think the Dolphins are heading in the right direction with their new head coach, man.
I mean, they definitely have they got a good roster. I think they're going to get,
they're making all the right moves.
They have like 4 first-round picks this year.
Have you ever seen that movie? Have you ever seen All the Right Moves, the movie?
Nuh-uh. Is it good?
It's a football movie, yeah. You need to see it.
Number 3, keep the ball away from Mahomes. Watch his running and watch the screens. So you just keep the ball away from them. So time of possession, run that ball, which they do great. I believe if the Chiefs can't establish a run game, it's going to be really tough for them to win. If they do establish a run game, it'll be very easy for them to win. Because if they have the running game going, and they can play action, and they have Mahomes doing magic, it's going to be really hard to stop them. I don't care how good your defense is. But if the 49ers on offense can get their running game going, like willy-nilly, like they did against the fucking Vikings, where they ran it like 10 times in a row and scored a touchdown, like literally didn't throw the ball. Jimmy G has 200 yards passing in 2 games in the playoffs. So that just shows how good their running game has been. If they can do that, they're going to be tough to beat. So that's why I like this Super Bowl matchup, man. It can go either way. You don't want an overwhelming
it's one
favorite.
side of the spectrum versus the other, is what I think, and it's going to be really, really fun to see how it turns out.
They say defense wins championships, but when you're going against Patrick Mahomes, he's going to be the guy that breaks that mold and say, what defense? Oh, shit, I can't wait to watch it.
I think I have 2 keys for the Niners. I have Jimmy G.
2 keys?
Have a really good game, I think.
Okay.
I think he can't just pass for 100 yards. I think he has to.
Jimmy G. He's going to have to do something.
He's going to have to do something. He's not just going to have to flip up, play action fake little
Dink
pass
and dunk
for 40 yards that's wide open. You can't do that.
I mean, he's
think
shown.
He's going to have to stick it in there a few times. I think you're going to have to
take some hits.
You're going to have to drop back and just do it, man. He's going to definitely have to take a few hits.
I mean, he's shown that he's been clutch. You saw that game against the Saints.
Yeah. No, yeah, he's definitely. I mean, he's from the Pats, bro. What do you expect?
I'm surprised. Never mind. I'm not even going to say that. But we'll get into that later. But the Super Bowl also features the top 2 tight ends in football, which goes to show.
What I was about to also say.
I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm sorry. You had a second. You had a second thing. Go ahead.
No, I just think George Kittle's going to be a huge factor in this game.
Huge.
When it comes even blocking. I think receiving. He's going to have to. He's going to have to show up, bro. Because I mean, he's blocked his ass off all season, and he's going to have to keep on showing up. And he's played his ass off, man. He's going to have to catch everything around him. When he has a mismatch with the linebacker and Jimmy G sees it, he's going to have to make that play, and he's going to have to make every play because he's the majority of the receiving yards. And if he doesn't make a few plays, man, it's going to be bad. I mean, I think George Kittle's going to be a huge key, and he's going to be way bigger of a key than Travis Kelce.
Okay.
I'm saying Kelce's better than him. Like.
Oh wow!
They're both very good. I think Kelce's better than him, but I think George Kittle plays a bigger role.
Yeah, that makes sense.
He's gonna have to show up more than he has more pressure on him than Kelce.
He's the number 1 target in that offense, so I'm assuming he'll get double covered. He'll get double covered for sure, which will leave Emmanuel Sanders and Deebo Samuel wide open, which is crazy. These are both of our tight ends from our fantasy leagues, our fantasy teams.
It is. Tight end's the key, dude. I think I've found the key of fantasy. And it's
you need a dominant tight end. You need to draft a tight end early.
People are like, dude, you don't need a tight end, man. You don't need a consistent tight end.
Idiots.
You can just pick them up week to week. I think that's wrong.
Idiots.
Consistent tight end is where to be, dude.
It's like having 3 wide receivers. This year showed that you can wait for wide receivers, bro. Like fucking Deebo Samuel, bro. He was like a consistent 16 points a week.
And fucking what's the one from fucking Washington?
Oh, Terry McLaurin.
Yeah, like
rookie.
Who would have thought?
But it's so hard for tight ends. Not me. Paul Rudd. Who would have thought? Not me.
Shout out Ant-Man.
Shout out Ant-Man, bro. Oh, side note, because I have ADHD, I got Disney Plus. It's lit. I've been watching Marvel movies every night.
Oh, I watch Marvel movies even without Disney Plus, brother.
Well, I just watched the extras for Endgame, which were awesome.
Dude, I get on Disney Plus and watch Sweet Life of Zach and Cody.
I should watch some shit like that. All right, back to the Super Bowl. But yeah, I definitely think that's for fantasy sake. Go ahead and even if you got to waste a first-round pick, bro, do it. It's worth it. You need it. It shows it in the NFL. You need a top tight end. And it shows it in fantasy. You need a top tight end to win games. So Yeah, for your future draft picks. That's what you got to do. I went week to week with one of my other leagues.
Can't you tell? Tom Brady was lost this year without Gronk.
Mm-hmm.
Lost.
Yeah, he tried making Benjamin Watson his Gronk, and he's like 34. He's like, I can't do this shit. Are you kidding me?
What do you think about Tom coming back for 1 year? Them drafting a late quarterback that they think's good to be under Tom for a year, and Gronk coming back healthy for 1 more year just for Tom's farewell tour. What do you think about that?
I think that if that was going to happen, it was going to be this year. I don't think he's going to wait a whole year out of football shape and then get in there.
I would think he would take a whole year off.
You think? Maybe he'll come week 14, like he said he was going to do this year. Maybe, like he said he was thinking about it.
What about my man Marshawn? Sorry, I'm off topic, but
Marshawn, dude, he did good.
That was sick.
He did good too.
I know.
Take care of y'all bread. Take care of y'all chicken.
Yes, sir. When they signed him, I was like, oh my god, I'm so happy because I love Marshawn.
I thought he was gonna suck. He was good.
Yeah,
he was running people over, dude. It was sick. But what were we talking about?
Let's get into the Antonio clown before we make our predictions of the Super Bowl.
I was gonna go over Kelsey and Kittle's stats real quick. Who do you think had the better season?
Who do I think had the better stats?
Yeah, just off the top of your head.
Kittle.
Final answer?
Final answer.
It was Kelsey. Kelsey had 97 catches to Kittle's 85, 1,229 yards to his 1,053, but they both had 5 touchdowns. Kelsey had a rushing touchdown, so he gets the edge a little bit there on the touchdown mark. But
if you think about it, though, they basically, if you add those few other catches to Kittle, he's right there with Kelsey. So they're really about even.
Yeah, and Kittle's in a run-first offense.
12 more catches would equal probably another 100 yards. So they'd be right there close to each other.
And Kittle's in a run-first offense while Kelsey's in a very pass-heavy offense. So
yeah,
it just shows
Kelsey also has other weapons around him. Kittle's the only pass weapon they have, I feel like. I mean, consistent one, I should say.
Yeah. So you really want to get into Antonio Clown, huh? Before our Super Bowl pick?
I just want to talk to you about everything with this guy, man.
He needs to figure it out. He's figured out Player of the Year.
Do you think he has any chance to play NFL ever again?
1,000%. 1,000%. Because he's Antonio Brown.
You think he has a chance to play in the NFL still?
That's what's fucked up about the NFL. I mean, and what's also great about the NFL. It doesn't matter.
Well, the top story says Judge frees NFL star Antonio Brown from house arrest, and it was 47 minutes ago.
I saw that. Yeah, I put that in my notes. Yeah, he had the little ankle monitor on. They took his freaking passport. They did everything, bro. They're like, you're not going nowhere.
So what did he allegedly do? Like rob? Like burglary?
Burglary and rob. So basically he had a delivery truck that was supposed to bring take a bunch of his belongings from his house and go to another house or some shit. And the driver, I guess the bill was $4,000, and he didn't want to pay that, so he drove and jacked threw rocks at the truck, and then his trainer and him jumped him pretty much. And
dude, he is mentally ill, man.
Yeah, he's got CTE. Nobody wants to talk about it, but he's got it.
That's what happened with Aaron Hernandez. He had CTE.
But think about it, bro. What really makes me mad? It's $4,000. That's got to be chump change to him, bro. How broke is he?
$4 to him.
How broke is he, though, bro? Maybe he's broke. It happens. Maybe that's why he's moving. Maybe he's moving to a 1-bedroom apartment.
I mean, he probably is broke, dude. Have you not seen videos of what his house and what he has there, man? Ridiculous. Nothing. You don't need that stuff as a single NFL player.
I know his baby mama took his kids away too.
He's just going downhill, dude. But I want to say that he doesn't have a chance.
I hope he doesn't
of playing again, but I still think he does too, because he's really good.
Will I draft him in fantasy? 100%. I don't care what you did on fantasy in fantasy world.
15th round.
You know how many times I picked him up and dropped him this year? Because like they'd be like, oh, he might sign with this team.
Yep, I did it in the BFL. I picked him up like 3 or 4 times, dropped him like 3 or 4 times.
Yeah.
Every time. Every time that there was news of him like tweeting that like
he's gonna have a
Patriots,
workout.
Like, hey, all I want to do is play. I'm like, oh shit, I'm about to pick him up.
Yeah, I mean, but if he gets on a team, they're gonna have to suspend him for a little bit because of like the sexual assault allegations and all this shit. So, and everything that he's done. The last workout he had was with the Saints, and I remember he tweeted all this shit, go New Orleans, who dat nation, and then they chose somebody else. There was 4 guys they worked out. They chose somebody else to sign, and it's like, fuck you guys, fuck the Saints.
Sean Payton was like, yeah, he's not, we don't want him right now, or something.
The Vikings beat him, and then he's like, that's karma for not signing me. Like, dude, shut up. Like, nobody can... Well, you know what's crazy? Nobody's talking about him now. This whole Kobe shit, nobody's talking about it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Nobody even wants to... Nobody's asking Antonio how he feels about Kobe's death because nobody gives a shit, bro. Nobody gives a shit. Once he's irrelevant, that's when I don't think he signs with anybody. He's trying to stay relevant.
I really thought Antonio Brown was going to be good, like, for a while. But I don't like that motherfucker. I liked him a lot, too, and I don't like him anymore. Fuck that guy.
I hope he doesn't play, but I mean...
He's had so many...
Terrible things.
So many opportunities. Just like Kaepernick, man. Like,
yeah.
I don't like him. And I don't like him. It's not because of, like, his whole outlook, like, kneeling and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. I don't like him because of the same reason Stephen A. said. I mean, you're going to... People, like, the NFL teams said that you could work out for them, right?
Mm-hmm.
And literally, like, 2 hours before, they say, or Kaepernick's like, I want to have my own film crew at my own place, blah, 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 blah. Like, it's all for clout for him, dude. He doesn't want to play football. Just like Stephen A. said, he don't want to play. He just wants the publicity. He don't want to
stay
play.
relevant. He wants to stay relevant. And it's stupid, yeah. Like, even after that whole stunt, I think that people still would have maybe signed him, but it's the fact that after the whole workout, which he wasn't in pads, and he was just chucking balls. Yeah, we know you have a strong arm, dude. Like,
yeah, bro.
Fucking Brett Favre does it in Wrangler commercials, bro. He sits out there and chucks 50-yard passes, but he ain't trying to get back in the league. It's the fact that after the workout, he's like, I've been here. Y'all stop being scared to sign me. Like, he's calling people out, and owners don't like that shit. They're like, no, fuck you.
Yeah, it's all he wants, though. It's all he wants is to be that guy for people to look at him like, yo, man, like, he's hard, dude.
Like his Nike commercial was super inspiring and shit. Like, I thought that was going to be it. I was like, there's his Nike commercial, and Nike's got his support. I said, he's going to be on a team. Look at that. And then, boom, he does this shit. And it's like, look at me. Y'all are scared to sign me. I'm still really good. Like, no, you haven't played in 5 years. Like, you're not. You're not good.
He was never really good.
I'd rather have Taysom Hill. You know?
Yeah.
Taysom Hill's good. I'd rather have him. They probably would have beat the Vikings if they kept using him. He was single-handedly beating us. So, Drew Brees fucked that for them.
He was doing good.
You know Drew's going to Cumberland's, right? Drew Brees is speaking at our school.
I know.
That's crazy. I wish I could go to that.
I could, but I mean, you know.
I'm just going to yell, Skull. Just yell, Skull.
It's still crazy, though, that they're having Drew there. Like, blows my mind.
I mean, they had
Drew
Shaq.
was like my idol for the longest, bro.
I mean, yeah. Imagine fucking getting to hear him talk, man, and shaking his hand. That'd be so sick. I would do anything to shake his hand. I'd be in that stupid society or that club that always got to ask them questions and stuff. I'd join that. I'd be like, all right, let me get in. I'll do whatever you want. I don't know what club that was, but they always got to like shake his hand, get a picture with like Shaq and Terry and all them. So
yeah, I remember that.
Back to the Super Bowl. God damn it! It's time.
All right, who do you got?
First, I'm going to say who my dark horse is. I don't know if you have one. I'm just going to pick one.
Oh, okay, yeah, you go ahead.
Sammy Watkins. He's going to see a lot of one-on-one. He's going to have a huge game. Sammy Watkins. From the 239, from Naples, Florida. What up?
Sammy Watkins, huh?
Sammy Watkins. Going to be one-on-one. All those weapons, McCole Hardman, Travis Kelce, Damian Williams, Tyreek Hill. Boom. Sam Watkins, wide open.
Man, I don't know. I don't know.
Which running back?
I think my dark horse is going to be a collection of 11 people. My dark horse is going to my dark horse is going to be Kansas City defense. I think they're going to show up, and they're going to be a different defense, and I think they're going to, not give up 30 points.
Get it done.
And I think they're not going to win 32-30. I think they're going to win 20 to 14.
Whoa! Don't give me your prediction yet.
But I mean, I'll say my dark horse is a collection of 11 people. Because their offense have been driving them all year, last year, this year. You know what I mean?
Year.
So
which running back for the 49ers do you think is going to be the guy? They keep switching.
Which running back?
Yeah, it's been Raheem Mostert lately. It was Tevin Coleman against the Vikings. He had 2 touchdowns.
I guarantee you they're running back committee that they're all gonna run, and whoever ends up hot is gonna be in there. You know what I mean? Whoever seems like they're doing good, they'll be in there.
It never seems like it's the starter. Breida got the start against the Vikings and he fumbled it, and then they said, "All right, you're done." And then Raheem Mostert came in there. He didn't really do it, and then they gave it to Tevin, and Tevin had 2 touchdowns. So it's kind of like whoever wants to show up,
Yeah, whoever steps up. So we'll see. I feel like they all have a chance to do it. They've all shown that they can do it.
I think it's going to be. You know what? I was going to say Tevin Coleman, but fuck it. Matthew Breida. He hasn't had a big game, but I think this is going to be it. Fuck it. Why not?
I hope so. I like Matt Breida, man.
Yeah.
For real.
Georgia Southern guy. Good guy. All right, do you want to do your score prediction first or me?
Well, I think I just gave my score prediction away.
I didn't hear it. You said 20-something or something. I don't know what you said.
But, okay. Well, I'll say, so it's the Niners in Kansas City. Mm-hmm. Kansas City's -1. Mm-hmm. So they're favored by 1. The over-under is 54.5. So that's 27 points each. Mm-hmm. 27 points each. You're under 54. So, I'm going to go with Vegas here. I think the Chiefs are going to beat San Francisco. But I think at first I said 21-14. I'll move it to 21-17. Kansas City.
Kansas City.
I think it's just Andy Reid's time, bro.
Yeah.
It's Andy Reid's time. He's due for a Super Bowl to be in the talk as one of the greatest coaches. He's a legend.
He needs it, man, for his legacy. He
definitely needs it. For his rep, he needs it bad. And I've always liked Andy Reid, and I just think it's time.
It could be the start of a dynasty,
Yeah. I'd like to see it, but, I mean, at least this year, Kansas City's got it. Now, 49ers, I think the Niners are going to keep going up. I think, the Chiefs.
They'll be a dominant force.
They have so many. I think the Chiefs have so many weapons, and Mahomes is still on a rookie contract. Correct?
Yeah, but his contract's up this year, I believe.
Exactly. So they're going to have to get rid of people to keep paying him to be there.
He's going to want
Kansas City is either
going to
stay the same or go down. Niners are still going up because I think Jimmy G knows. If he wants to win, he's not going to have to get paid as much, just like Tom.
People forget that Jimmy G signed a $100 million contract when he went there. He signed a huge deal. So for 5 years. So he didn't take no pay cut. He got paid. Patrick Mahomes is going to ask for
but that's not really $100 million in 5 years. That's really still not top of the line though. $20 million a year.
Still a lot for somebody that hasn't even played a down as a starting quarterback. They just took him from the Patriots.
Yeah, 100%. You're right. Yeah, but they saw something, I guess.
Maybe, yeah, he's been working out fine. I'm going to go out on a limb and say that Patrick Mahomes is going to ask for $200 million in the offseason. He's going to be the highest paid football player ever. That's what's just going to happen because he's the most valuable football player ever for their team.
And that's why I don't like Patrick Mahomes.
I mean, don't you want to get paid for what you're worth?
Tom was worth $200 million at some point.
I know, but Robbie, you say that until someone smacks a $200 million check in front of your face, then you're like, holy shit, I never have to do anything ever again. Neither does my family. Bet, I'm in.
Yeah, but I would never demand 200 mil.
No, he's not going to demand it.
200 mil? Hell yeah.
He's not going to demand it. But he's going to say, I want to be the highest paid player in history. That's what he wants, which is going to be probably 200 million.
That either. I'd want to win. Like Kawhi said last week. He don't care about no triple doubles. He just wants to win.
I respect Kawhi for that. For real.
Kawhi's my favorite player in the league because of he's just not selfish at all. I love that guy.
I don't like the whole load management thing, but that's a conversation.
I like Giannis too.
Giannis is a beast. Joel Embiid's a crybaby.
I like Luka too.
Luka is very good. Are we going to get into our top 5 NBA players now, or can I make my pick for the Super Bowl that we got going on ADHD Central?
All right, bro.
We'll have you on next week. We'll talk all about the NBA. Don't worry.
What is it, Super Bowl 54?
Yeah, is it? Yeah, I think 53 or 54, I believe. I don't know. Who cares? I'm going to go out here and say, if the Chiefs win, Patrick Mahomes solidifies himself as the best player in football right now. I think he already is, but he solidifies himself as the best player. I don't think he is.
I think Lamar's better.
He'll win MVP this year, but as far as an outcome of a football game, Patrick Mahomes has more influence on the outcome of a football game than anybody else right now. He's like Aaron Rodgers was in his younger days. If they lose the Super Bowl, though, Patrick Mahomes is the best player in football still. I'm sorry. I don't care if he wins or loses. He's the best player in football. He's unbelievable to watch. And like I said, he has the most influence on the game. I was kind of hoping you'd go Niners here. So I'm going to go Chiefs 31, 49ers 28. It's going to be a game-winning field goal. Harrison Butker in overtime.
Oh, my God. That's a super bold prediction.
Yeah, why not go all out? 31-28.
Specific, too.
Harrison Butker at the 43-yard line, wind blowing a little left, kicks it right down the middle.
Dude, if you call it,
I should win money.
True, we're putting that everywhere.
I should win money.
We're putting this, we're sending it to Stephen A., everybody. Colin, Max Kellerman, we're sending it to everybody. We're like, look, dude, we recorded this on the 28th of January.
I better post this tonight. Usually I record and then post it the next day. I better post this tonight. Well, I guess the Super Bowl's not tomorrow, so it's I got time, but still.
Yeah.
Shit, man. I know. I don't know. I have a feeling it's just going to come down. Patrick Mahomes is going to come, he's going to have a good game, and then the 49ers are going to come back, tie it up. They're going to go to overtime. Robbie Gould's going to kick a nice field goal to tie it up, or Jimmy G will score a late touchdown, tie it up, goes to, you hear Berman say, overtime, and goes into the overtime. And then I think the Chiefs get a possession. They win the coin toss. No. The Niners win the coin toss. And the Chiefs defense steps up huge, gets a 3-and-out. They don't even get a drive. Patrick Mahomes, 3rd and long, gets a huge conversion to Travis Kelce down the field, gets him in field goal range. Harrison Butker, game-winning field goal. That sounds like it would happen, though.
I can see it in my head right now.
Patrick Mahomes dumps red Gatorade on Andy Reid.
Dude, they have a Barstool Bets has a.
I know, I've seen all the crazy ones. It was over under Demi Lovato. How long her song's gonna be?
Bro, it's.
Oh shit!
It's it says, what is it? Let me see.
For what color the Gatorade is going to be?
Super Bowl Gatorade odds: lime green, yellow, plus 275; clear/water, plus 300; red/pink, plus 300. So you'd win $300 if you hit.
If I bet the red.
Blue Gatorade 400 plus 400; orange plus 400; and purple is plus 1400, dude.
I mean, you would have to look at their previous games and see what their average Gatorade that they're having is, what color it'd be, because they're probably superstitious. Yeah. So what they had in the previous game is what they're probably going to have now.
Yeah, but why would you, how would you research that? You have to watch every single second of the game and see like somebody drinking Gatorade.
Yeah, because they're not dumping the Gatorade every time. So
yeah,
that's
exactly.
true. Yeah. So I mean, obviously the last game they dumped the Gatorade because that was the AFC Championship game. So they dumped that.
I would just put my money on purple and just hope for the best because it's plus 1,400. Like nothing else is even close.
I'm not a gambling man, but man, I kind of want to be sometimes, but I just know I'd get addicted to it, and it just wouldn't be for me. I wouldn't be able to do it.
You wouldn't get addicted to it, bro. You probably would. You have an addictive personality.
Next time we hang out, we should go do it again. Fuck it. Why not?
Yeah, dude, that was comedy when we went that one time.
Joe was a handful. Joe was
you
a
were
huge
pretty
handful.
tore up, brother.
Joe was way worse than us.
I was pretty tore up too.
Dude, I have a 3-hour layover in Atlanta on my flight home to Florida, and I keep telling him he should pick me up and we should go to like a quick lunch or something.
Yeah.
And he's like, I'll see if I can get off of work. So we'll see what he does. I'm giving him plenty of time to realize it, to try and figure
Joe,
something
man.
out. Think about Florida though, man.
Love Joe.
I'm sure.
Dude, I'd love to come, man.
You know, you'll
I would definitely love to come. I could actually probably come down on the 13th, but I don't know what I would do while y'all went to the wedding. So
yeah, because I think we're staying the night out there at like Jody's and then driving the next day, coming back.
Me and Rob Forte hang out and go fishing.
Yeah, or you can just sit at the beach all day and get all tan. Why not? But so there's our Super Bowl right there. There's our episode. Mine was pretty specific in terms, in simple terms.
Mine, not so much.
Yours was pretty,
So what'd you say was yours score wise?
31-28 Chiefs in overtime.
Okay, so you're saying over 54.5. I'm saying under 54.5. So.
I almost wanted to go like big numbers. I almost wanted to say like 45. Like the Chiefs are going to score.
I don't think it's going to be a shootout like that, dude.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
Me either. Because the defense, Chiefs defense is nowhere near as good as 49ers. But
but the 49ers offense is nowhere near as good as the Chiefs. So it's going to balance out, dude. I'm telling you, it's going to be a really good game.
Does this make sense? The 49ers offense is miles better than the Chiefs defense. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Comparing the Chiefs defense.
That's my dark horse, dude.
Comparing the Chiefs defense to the 49ers defense is like uncomparable. To compare the 49ers offense to the Chiefs offense is uncomparable, but to compare each other's defenses to their offenses is almost similar. You know what I mean? Top defense, top offense. Mediocre defense, above average offense, I want to say. The Chiefs defense has been doing better in the later half of the season, so but they're not known for their defense. The 49ers are known for their defense and their running game. So,
yeah.
It's gonna be. I wish it was tomorrow.
It's gonna be so weird.
This whole, because ever since Kobe, it's been a blur. But shit, it's Super Bowl week now, bro. Like, we gotta try and get hyped for this. It's gonna be crazy.
Yeah,
it's gonna be crazy.
I'm hype about it, man. I love the Super Bowl. Love it every year.
Are you going to a party?
Struggling Monday morning. That's for sure.
It should be a holiday, man. Super Monday. That's what I'm trying to get done.
Well, did you see the 16-year-old trying to make it on Saturdays because they're like nobody gets to go to the Super Bowl. Like, people's got to go to work, people's got to go to school the next day. Like, wow, everything would go up. The ratings, everything would go up. If it was
Super Bowl Saturday sounds so dumb. Super Bowl Sunday, you can't change that.
I know, but there's a guy that's trying to. There's a 16-year-old that's trying to.
I'll sign it. Fuck it. Why not? For change, but I'd rather it be on Sundays. Are you going to a party, or are you just going to watch it at home?
I'm going to a party with my dad, probably.
Yeah, I think we'll go to...
We usually just, he has a friend that has, like, a big basement, and it's, like, all guys always get together, drink some beer.
That'd be a good time.
Watch the game, bullshit, kind of thing. I don't have anybody else to watch it with, so. Shit, the last 2 years, we've watched the Super Bowl together, man.
I know. I was just saying this, like, the other day. I can't remember if it was to you or to somebody else. I love my job, but it's predominantly female-based. There is a lot. I work with so many female coworkers. And don't get me wrong, I like hanging out with girls and stuff, but it's like they're cool people. Like, there's a good group of girls at the zoo that I like sincerely fuck with. Like they're so cool. But it's just
Yeah,
I miss
they're not
it's
Super Bowl people though.
but it's yeah, of course, but it's just not it's not the same, bro. It's just like being able to be like, "Oh, I have like 30 teammates that I can just fucking chill with and drink with." You know what I mean? Like 30 dudes.
Exactly.
Like that I can just hit up anybody like on the team, even like 10 of your closest and just be like, "Yo, let's just drink." You know what I mean? Like there's just somebody you live with. Like there's a couple dudes at the zoo that are like me, like to drink, like to chill, but they like don't ever like hang out. You know what I mean? Like they don't go out. Like they don't want to. It's weird. So it's just tough, man. That's what sucks the most. Which is like that's what makes like I can do this profession if I had like if I was close to like if I was at home, you know what I mean? So like if I had guy friends that I could still get away from and or get away from work and be able to like chill with my guy friends and be able to relate on that kind of a level. So especially the whole Kobe thing passing really opened my eyes on the people I work with, and it's like I need my boys, man. So, but I mean, I wouldn't trade it for the world. I love what I'm doing, so I'm happy where I'm at. It just sometimes it sucks, you know. Just miss home.
Hey, stuff happens though, man. Like people come, people go. You know.
I know.
As long as you love what you're doing,
that's all that matters.
honestly.
I know. I mean, every day I look forward to going to work, so that's all that matters. But hey, man, thanks for coming on the show, man. Thanks for talking a little football. Thanks for...
Hey, thank you, dude. Miss you like crazy, dog. Wish I was watching the Super Bowl with you this year so we could, like, you know, beef about football and shit.
I mean, I'm going to be super hammered watching the game at my friend's house, so we can definitely text during the game and shit.
I'll probably call you after and also be hammered and
discuss
talk some
it.
shit, so...
The post-Super Bowl podcast will be great as well.
But we can't talk hardly any shit because we both said the Chiefs were going to win, so...
I know, I was really thinking you were going to pick the 49ers. I didn't want to, like, sway you, like, before calling you. I wanted to just let it go natural. And then I almost changed my prediction. I was like, yeah, Robbie Gould could probably kick a 43-yard field goal to win the game. But I was like, nah, I'm going with Harrison.
Dude, I can't go with the 49ers, though, man. I just can't.
I mean, I wouldn't be pissed if they won because that means the Vikings lost to the Super Bowl champs again, like we lost to the Eagles. So it's like, oh, we're losing to the best, you know what I mean? So
yeah.
Either way, I mean, we lost to the Chiefs, so I mean, you could say the same thing there. So, I just can't bet against Patrick Mahomes, can't bet against Andy Reid right now. I think they have the two positions that matter most, quarterback and head coach, and they're miles better in both categories.
I think so too. I can hear your crickets in the background. They sound pretty tired. They want to get eaten by some frogs. So
yeah, they will. They're gonna be dying tonight.
I'll let you go though, man. I miss you, man.
Miss you too, man. Life's short.
Hope everything's well. Hopefully I get to see you on spring break, dog.
Yeah, that'd be sweet. So definitely.
Let's keep texting though, for real.
Yeah, I know. I'm bad about talking to people sometimes. I just get so busy. But
it's all right. Me too. Me too.
All right, brother. Thanks for coming on.
Just sit in my bed and not do anything. But all right. I'll talk to you later. I'm probably gonna go deadlift real quick. So
yeah, go get 5 plates, Colton.
Nah, bro. 3 max for sure.
All right, brother. Good luck. Talk to you later.
All right, see you, bro.
Bye. Always good having good old Robbie Straub on the pod. Man, it's this was a long one. I know. I'm sorry, but you know when things like that happen, you know, with Kobe's tragic passing and Super Bowl week, there's a lot to discuss, and of course Antonio Clown going on. I'll try and put little bullet points in where we start talking about each topic, so in case you don't want to hear our banter for the first like 40 minutes, you can get right into the Kobe talk or into the Super Bowl talk. So thank you guys for listening. Thank you guys for tuning in. Don't really know what I'm going to do after the Super Bowl's over, so stay tuned for that. It should be interesting shows after that. Probably won't be as often. I'm going to leave you all with one quote from the man, the myth, the legend, Kobe Bryant. Everything negative, pressure, challenges, is all an opportunity to rise. I believe that he wouldn't want us to be sad for very long. I think that he wants us to move on. I think he wants us to be able to use that Mamba mentality, use our time that we have on this earth, which is very short and very precious. Use it to the best of your ability. Tell someone that you love them. Don't wait. You know, if you got some squabble with somebody, cut the beef. and just hit them up. Don't text them, give them a call. Life's short, and it sucks that it takes the tragic passing of a wonderful person like Kobe Bryant, someone that we can all relate with, whether you were an athlete or not. Mama mentality relates with everybody. So thank you guys for listening again. God bless you all, and figure it out.